Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know, like a fat bitch. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. Hey, that's way too much, right? Like a torta with a bad habit. Bye up, bye up. Let's get to the intro. Welcome back. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on also. That way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. And I appreciate all the support. I'm very humbled by it. Thank you. So, man, this shooting in Vegas has took me down a rabbit hole. I've heard it all. I've seen it all, and I'm hearing more, right? It's amazing the type of things that I'm hearing. But something's standing out. One of the pieces of the puzzle is starting to fit. It's like one of those pieces that's got a hard edge and you just force it. This one edge is smooth, man. It fits right in. And not a lot of people are focusing on it. A couple people on TikTok and Instagram have kind of spoken upon it a little bit, but I thought this is the time and the place to let you know exactly what it is. So Sin City Manny, the alleged shooter in the incident that happened, man, where the legend Finney the legend and his wife Bubbly lost their lives tragically, has a wife. He definitely has a wife, Julie, right? Sin City Julie, who actually has her own channel where she does a lot of cooking vlogs. She does a lot of shopping vlogs, just kind of like influencing and, was kind of doing her own thing. Seems like she had, she has great personality. She had it. It's crazy to say, but she had a bubbly personality, right? And, of course, she's the wife of Manny Wise, Sin City Manny Wise. And together they had a channel called Sin City Family. But she did have her own thing going on. Now, we've all seen the infamous video, the live video that was recorded by the legend Finney before he was shot and killed, right? On the strip in front of the Bellagio, him and his wife. And people have been analyzing this video left and right from every angle. And you could see different characters. You could see the guy that passes in front of Finney before Manny gets into whatever it looks like an argument with Bubbly. You can see some girls that pass by walking. I mean, there was a lot of people. There's a lot of things going on. It's 10 o'clock at night. It's the strip. It's Vegas. People are minding their own business. They're partying. They're having a good time. There's another video that has surfaced. And this video is alleged to have been recorded by Sin City Julie, which is the wife of Manny, right? Now, Manny has went to court. In fact, he goes to court today for an arraignment. He went to the Henderson courthouse yesterday, and it was held over till today, where he'll probably be more than likely transferred to, he's in Clark County, so he'll be transferred to whatever county jail they have there where the incident occurred. And he will go through his arraignment. Now, upon his arraignment, he'll be formally charged and, of course, plead not guilty and be given a lawyer. And he'll go through all the shenanigans. Look at the sentencing phase, the trial, all that is a long way off. More than likely, he'll take a deal. He's seen on camera. He's going to do whatever he has to do to avoid fucking life without the possibility. But to be totally honest with you, I don't know how it works in Nevada. He more than likely is never going to come home. That's a fact, right? So, anyways, there's this other video by Sin City Julie that was recorded that is recorded at approximately the same time that Finney was recording his video from a whole different angle. So the Finney video is recorded from standing against the fountain, the bridge, or not the bridge, but the fountain wall, looking towards the street. This other video is the exact same moment as this when the shooting occurs. You could actually see the incident. You can see Bubbly, and it's recorded walking past Finney. You can see Finney in the background while he's on his live. This was recorded at the exact same time that this went down. This has led people to speculate and believe that Julie knew that this was going to happen. Now, again, I ain't no fucking detective. My channel's not about solving crime, nor is it about alleging anyone did anything that they didn't do or putting anyone in danger of getting incarcerated. So the people that are saying that she was involved, I mean, it's his wife, okay? Wives do unusual things. Wives don't have to testify against their husbands. They're not forced to. They don't have to. So I doubt she's going to be brought in for questioning as far as against her husband, having anything to say against her husband unless she chooses to. Now, I will say this. More than likely, recording at the same time that this alleged incident happened and it's your husband that does the shooting, she's probably going to be brought in for questioning. She's probably going to be brought in for question if she was involved in fact or knew beforehand that this incident was going to take place. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure shit out. Okay? It's kind of unusual for her to be walking past the exact same spot. Her husband's coming this way. She's walking that way. She's recording when this incident takes place. Okay? This is a thing that drives me crazy with this YouTube shit and with social media, period. Everybody always has their phones out. Everybody's recording where they're at. They're letting people know, oh man, I'm here. It's a fun time. It's cracking. It's going down, right? But this might be a situation where she overplayed her hand. See, in order to prove premeditated, the detectives in the case, the police, they're going to go refer back to the YouTube videos of Manny cruising around the morning before, talking about he went to every casino that he was looking for Finney and his wife, or he was looking for Finney for an altercation. They're going to look towards those videos. They're going to look towards Finney's videos where he said he was going to Vegas and there was nothing that Manny could do about it. And basically, Finney had every right to be in Vegas. No one could tell anyone they can't go anywhere to any city at any time. But you could see where the situation was going to be antagonizing for Manny, where he was basically throwing in his face. It was a slap in his face. I'm pulling up to your town, your city. You ain't going to do shit. Stop it. Use a punk, right? And the mental capacity was already he was perplexed, right? He was already at the breaking point, and he broke. And he did what he did. But now the question is not whether he killed Bubbly and Finney. That's not a question. It's on camera. You see him with the gun in his hand. You see the shots being fired. You see people running. He's already admitted basically to killing this couple and said it was self-defense. So there's no question whether Manny Wise, Sin City Manny Wise, did this. The question now is, did he have accomplices? Now, I did see another video where it looks like Manny's wife, Julie, was walking away from the scene. She was walking away very nonchalant, like she was at peace or at ease, just walking away like a normal person. Now, of course, people like to stir things up and instigate. This could be just a wild goose chase. They could be just trying to implement or implicate this woman because her husband did this killing, trying to put her in the mix. But let's look at it from a different angle. Why was she in the exact same spot as her husband filming unless she knew something was going to crack off? Now, maybe she didn't know that Manny had the gun on him. Maybe she didn't know that Manny was going to do what he does. But if you watch the original video, the one of Finney, you just see Manny by himself walking, right? If anything, if his wife was with them and she didn't know anything was going to go down, she would have been walking with them like normal. Then the incident would have went down and then it would have happened however it happened, right? And she could have then said, hey, I didn't know he was going to go that far. Shit, I knew we were pulling up for some aggression. I knew we were pulling up for some confrontation to hit him up, to let him know the pull-up was real, but I didn't know he was going to pull out when we pulled up, right? Shit, his pull-out game's never been strong. That's why we got all these kids, right? She could have said that. But when you separate yourself and you're filming at an angle, and the angle of the tape is, I'm not showing you the tape here. You can Google it, look for it. I don't want to show any of the tapes because YouTube's tripping, right? That's pretty much the truth. Plus, I don't want to show the victim. I mean, the victim's last moments it's a tragic story. And I think their family deserves a little bit more respect. People were quick to show the clip of them being shot. And look, the family deserves just a little bit more respect than that, right? We're talking about human beings that lost their lives and people that took them on all sides. Everybody deserves peace and justice, definitely. But I'm not going to be the one to show you the last seconds of their life. It's not going to happen. But anyways, I've watched it like several of you have. And the other video from the other angle seems to me, and this is just my opinion, my perspective on it, seems to me like it was recorded for the purposeful, for the intent to basically capture it on video, because you need to understand that if this video, if Finney at that exact moment was not on live, it would have just been something that we heard about. That made it way much more in a bigger story. You know, we would hear, hey, man, 2 YouTubers got into it. There was a conflict. There was a shootout. And it wouldn't be as big of a story as it is now. And there wouldn't be as much people looking into it as there is now and coming up with all these conspiracy theories and blaming everybody. And, you know, and it's crazy. Even in my video, I try to be unbiased, right? I try to be not pick and choose a side. I think they're both, it was bad on both sides. Okay. There was nothing good on either side. I'm not going to say, oh, Manny was a good dude. He was being picked on and that's why he broke and he bended and he did what he did. Now, maybe that is the case in his mind, why he did what he did, and in his family's mind, but there's no justification for that type of violence over a fucking simple YouTube beef. Now, on Finney's side, I understand that, you know, he must have been a good father. He was a good dude, but he did go out of his way to harass this dude a little bit. And it was back and forth. He had his reasons. And of course, he's not the one that pulled the gun. Of course, now Manny is alleging it was self-defense. So one could only wonder if Finney had something on him at the same time and maybe went to pull, because you don't see Finney on camera. You distinctly hear Bubbly confronting Manny Wise, telling him, right, don't come over here with that shit. Don't start that shit over here. Okay, she was a very vocal woman, a very hands-on woman, the type of woman. Hey, look. She's a black woman. She was a strong black woman. And you know, strong black women ain't playing. No women are playing, but a strong black woman, you don't want to see heads up. They'll start swinging, right? Put their shit up, put that little handkerchief on. If you ever see a woman with a baño on her head, a black woman, if her hair, she ain't fucking her hair up for you. I'm telling you straight up. And she got the baby oil on. This ain't no Diddy party, right? She's greasing up. She's about to do something. She's about to throw them things like Clarissa Shields. But you can see that Bubbly, and no disrespect, but Bubbly definitely was not scared of Manny, not whatsoever. She confronted him. This wasn't the first time her confronting him. She confronted him several different times throughout the years of this beef, right? So this wasn't their first time meeting up on the Vegas Strip or on Fremont Street in Vegas. They met up several times, but this was Bubbly, you know, being Bubbly, doing her thing and trying to prevent an altercation between her husband and Manny Wise, right? Of course, Manny Wise went around her. At that time, you can see Finney flex up when he realizes that that's Manny, and you can hear him distinctly say, "What's up, cuz?" in an aggressive manner. Now, there's some people saying that he was a Crip, some people saying he wasn't a gang member at all. There's always people saying everything. I don't know what he was, to be honest. Just like some people were trying to say, "Oh, man, he was a Northerner because he was from Salinas," and I said, "No, he wasn't. If anything, man, he was just a Mexicano, sympathetic to everybody's cause. He just happened to be from Salinas." Man, I got so much hate over the video. Oh, man, you're trying to push a gang agenda. I ain't trying to push nothing. I'm telling you what people said. And watch the fucking video, stupid, right? Watch it, and you'll see what I said. I know he's not a gang member. I'm just saying any person from the city of Salinas is born different. Doesn't necessarily make you a gang member. They're just born different. They got that shooter mentality, it seems, from my perspective, from doing time and being around dudes from Salinas. That's it. North and South, don't matter. Anyways, when you hear Finney say, "What's up, cuz?" right? He said it like that too. "What's up, cuz?" When he said it like that, and Manny went around Bubbly and started dumping. Very tragic that he turned around and shot. Bubbly was hit in the back of the head, for those that don't know, execution style. It's unfortunate. That means she probably turned away to get away, and he did that. It's a coward move. Very cowardly, right? But it happens. He got to his breaking point. Now, of course, Manny's claiming self-defense, cruising around, hunting someone, looking for them all day in videos talking about you're going to do pew, pew, you're going to do all this. There's no grounds for self-defense. That's out the window. And believe me, these are just the first couple of angles of videos that are out there. There's probably a lot more videos that are going to come in that people were recording. So you're going to see a lot of different angles. But for Julie to post on her Instagram the exact moment when it happened, why was she recording at that particular time facing that particular direction? It leads people to wonder, was she involved to a different degree? Now, the detectives, the officers, it's something that happened in Vegas in front of children, in front of a lot of people. They're definitely going to look into it. It doesn't just end like that. Even though they have them on camera, that's circumstantial. They need to piece together other information. You know, they're going to look through his videos. interview his family members. Of course, they're going to interview his wife on a certain level to find out what they did that day. Did he show any characteristics that he was going to, or did she see him have a gun on him? There's a lot of things that are going to come out. If she was directly involved, she will be charged. I'm sure, 100%. You know, a man and a woman lost their lives. That's pretty heavy. That's some heavy stuff there. They're not going to just stop at one person. They want everything and everybody involved. You know, and there's a lot of YouTube content creators and people that were literally going on these lives and that were pumping this shit up. We're fueling this fire. And that's why people don't understand this troll shit. The YouTube game does get real. And if you are doxing people or you are out there woofing shit and trying to pump people up, oh, go get them, pull up, this, and that. Man, when something like this does happen, they're going to look into all that. There could be other people that maybe not necessarily get charged in the case, but are going to be scrutinized very closely. You know, and YouTube might change the game. They might say, hey, man, this shit has gone too far. Once people start losing their lives, advertisers, people that have commercials, that's the reason why you get monetized on channels, might decide, hey, man, we're going to take a step back. It's a bad look. It's a very bad look. You know, so this could change the game on a lot of fronts. As far as Sin City Julie, unfortunately, her husband did what he did. And now people are going to come for her. It's just like that girl Valeria that got killed in Mexico. The first thing everyone did is started blaming her homegirls. They started blaming her lifelong friends. They started blaming her boyfriend. They just played the blame game. Everyone's quick to play the blame game. You know, and the cool part about it is it could have been just a situation where it's a stalker or someone that was infatuated that did what they did. But of course, people, they all want to play detective. Oh, it was this, it was that, it was that, it was this. You know, and the same thing's going on with this. There's a group of people that are blaming Manny. And of course, Manny did do the murders. There's no doubt about it, right? And then he's admitted it. And then there's people on the other side that are blaming Finney. You know, you can't blame other people. You know, you can't. Hey, you in the back, personally, you can sit back and look, I can be straight up with you. And I know a lot of people hate it, but I'm straight up. That's what I do on my channel. A lot of people are going to say, damn, Gun, how are you going to? They shouldn't have been fucking with that dude. That dude was fucking mentally unstable. That dude Finney should have recognized that as a grown man and say, you know what? All right, I had my fun. I played with them a little bit. I'm done. Okay. And Manny, however he was acting, however people think he was, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, he broke. He broke. They accomplished what they tried to accomplish was to break him. They just didn't expect him to come with the gun. Okay. This man had videos of himself in the gun range. He had a concealed carry that allegedly he was doing. Leave that motherfucker alone, bro. Come on, cuz. On power rule, leave him alone. Right? Leave him alone. No. And this is what tragedy is all about. Now, as far as Sin City Julie being implicated in this case, we'll have to see. So far, so good for her. But if there's actually video, and I've seen video of her walking away from the scene. Now, I don't know if that was that exact night that she was walking away from that scene. You know, they lived in Vegas, so it could have been, someone could have just pieced it, found it on their Instagram or whatever, clipped it and been like, hey, look, this is her. She was there walking away. And it could be a whole fucking totally different night. But what she posted on her own channel of the video at the exact same, you could see Bubbly standing. She's wearing white pants, a black t-shirt. You could see, literally see Finney the Legend, you know, facing the camera recording. She's behind them walking this way. Manny was coming that way. Why were they separated, husband and wife? Did he not know she was there? Or did she not know he was there? It's safe to say, I think they know, you know where your wife's at all times, or you're supposed to, right? Unless she's over there in the alley with fucking Finney's homeboy just tossing, right? Which I highly doubt that. No disrespect. I'm just being real, right? I'll say this, man. If she is formally charged, it's going to be crazy. Hopefully not, because the kids on the other side lost both their parents. Wouldn't it be rather unfortunate if the kids on Manny's side lose both theirs? Nuts, right? As far as Manny goes, done deal. Stick a fork in him. Cooked turkey, burnt, in fact, right? He's done. He's done that plea of self-defense. Bro, I know. You got to try. And, you know, imagine, and people don't understand this unless you've done crime like I have, right? If you've never been locked up, I'm going to give you some real knowledge you can't get in college right now. Here's some game. When you seen Manny with his head all up in that courtroom, it hasn't hit him yet, but it will. And when it does, and the realization that, man, I'm never getting out, this is me forever, some guys can't take it. If he couldn't take getting clowned on about a YouTube channel, woo, if they could bend you and break you there, imagine what they're going to do in prison. It's crazy. Now, let me know what you guys think. Do you think Julie was involved? Do you think she'll be charged? Or do you think this is just a whole bunch of content creators just trying to fucking point fingers and solve crimes and put people where they shouldn't be? I don't know. Like I said, there's two different videos. There's Finney's video, and then there's Julie's video, and you could see the incident. You don't see the actual shooting in Julie's video, but you do see Finney and Bubbly. Now, could this have been, and if you look, there's some of the same people are right there. So could this been the walkthrough? Could this video have been the walk past first? Or could this actually, once you hear Julie walk past, then you hear the shooting go off? It's crazy, man. I don't know what to say. Hopefully she wasn't involved to any degree, because I'm sure her kids need her, just like they needed their father, just like everyone needed to be alive in this situation. But it didn't end up that way. Man, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, strive for what I truly believe in. That's the betterment of all people. The gun.